my beautiful and amazing crafters, welcome to another video of Crafting with Shaneda. Have you ever thought about cutting thicker materials with your Cricut Maker? Well, today we're putting it to the test with my Cricut Maker and some basswood. Stay tuned. So for today's project, I'll be creating these post-it note holders using a template design and basswood as the base. I'm going to get ready to prepare my Cricut Maker for this particular project. I'm going to have to use the knife blade, which is not available with my Cricut Explorer. So this gives me a chance to try out my Cricut Maker and using heavier material. I'm going to be using some post-it notes about 3 inches. And I purchased a few different types of basswood just to see how they work with my Cricut Maker, staying with the dimensions that's recommended for this project. I'm going to be using an X-Acto knife as well as a cutting mat and my purple strong grip mat to adhere the basswood. I'm also going to use these clips to keep the project sealed while I use some wood glue to secure it together. I also have some masking tape to place my wood onto the mat. Now, this is the template design. I will have it available as well on my Etsy store, and everything will be listed in the description box below. So when I created this template, I based it around the 3-inch post-it note that I'll be using for this project. If you have a different size post-it, you would just size it accordingly. So from this point, you can decide to paint your basswood after you cut it out. I plan on using some variation of sticker paper and photo paper to design my post-it note. So I'm changing my cut line to a print and cut and just uploading a design. This is going to be a composition themed post-it note holder. And then for the little apple, I added the teacher's name because I'm going to send this to print and cut instead of painting the basswood. So I created a few different designs and now I'm ready to start cutting out my project. I found that using the purple strong grip mat was very beneficial for it to be very successful, and I found that just having a nice clean mat to work with helped out a lot. So first I'm going to just go ahead and place the basswood onto the mat, and I made sure that it fit the measurements of my template, and I'm going to take down all 4 sides with some masking tape to make sure that it's secured onto my mat. Now, since it's the first time that I'm using the Maker to cut this particular material, my machine is prompting me to do a calibration cut to make sure the cuts are nice and clean, which I did before starting this project. And you can always go to the Cricut website to find out more about the knife blade. So now that the calibration is out of the way, it's time to search for the material. So I went ahead and searched basswood for my Cricut Maker, and 2 options appeared. Depending on the millimeter would be the choice that you would choose for your particular basswood, because that would determine how many passes the Cricut Maker would make for that particular basswood. So unlike the other materials, when it comes to the knife blade, the Cricut Maker will not allow you to make any edits to the knife blade. It's going to stay in the perimeters of the recommendations per Cricut. So you'll have the 2 options, which will allow you a different amount of pressure and passes to choose for your project. I tried both for my basswood just to see which would work best for my project, but this will be just something that you'll just have to try and see what fits for your needs. So now that I have my material settings ready, I'm ready to send my project to cut. So I noticed that with the setting with more passes, as you can see, the basswood is already lifting from the mat and it cut out really clean. And this was with the maximum cut, I believe it was 18 or 17 passes. And I did it again with another piece of basswood that was just a slightly thicker, and that worked out as well. So when the Cricut Maker finishes the cut, before you remove your basswood for the machine, it will ask you if you want to have another cut. If you notice that the project is not cut clear and still kind of stuck. In this case, as you can see here, I'm showing you that I did a few additional passes. I think I did an additional 10 passes, and this time it just would not cut clear and clean. So I just used my X-Acto knife, which I really don't like using my X-Acto knife. I think that just defeats the purpose. I just wanted to be able to just create everything with my Cricut Maker, but I did notice that a few times it did not cut as clean. So using some wood glue, I went ahead and adhered the two pieces of this project, since it is a 3-part project, and I used those clips just to keep it in place while the glue hardened and cured. And this particular basswood is it's unfinished and very smooth, but if you wanted to, you can slightly sand it to your preference. And the most important thing to remember is to push your star wheels back so they don't interfere with the wood when you place the project to cut. It's very important to move them out of the way, and then you can move them back when you're done for your future projects. So for my first design, I decided to use the Canon photo paper. I will have everything listed in the description box below, because the idea was to adhere the design to the basswood and then cover it with a coat of epoxy resin just to seal it. And I like the way this came out. For my second design, I decided to use vinyl glossy sticker paper. And when printing out your design, make sure to flip the little apple design before you send it to print and cut. You want to flip it horizontally. This will ensure when you go to adhere the apple on top, it's in the right direction. And I just adhered the apple with some hot glue using my Shabonder hot glue gun. So now all you have to do is add your post-it notes. You can purchase your post-it notes from your local Dollar Tree, Walmart, or Target. The one at Dollar Tree, you get 5 in a pack, but they're a little thin. I prefer the actual post-its. I think they're a lot thicker and they come in more variety of colors, but whatever is in your budget will work best. And then this notepad holder fits nice and snug in a 3x4 cellophane bag. You just place it and seal it, and now it's ready to go as a gift, or even sell it at a craft fair or your own little store. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little bit or a lot, and we cannot wait to see you on the next video of Crafting with Shaneda. Happy crafting!